Hey guys, Chris from Chris Drives Badly here. I got a little bit of a treat for you. We are in Automobilista 2, which is a game that's been out for a minute now, but it's recently stepped up its game. I haven't checked it out in a while. I've got the DLC for it. Figured why not pick some of my favorite cars to run around a cool track like Long Beach. So here we are. Let me go ahead and change scenes there. Here we are. We're here in Long Beach in the Nissan R390 GT1 car. One of the coolest cars ever made. Thank you, Gran Turismo, for introducing it to me. It has 618 brake horsepower. I believe that's what the listed number is in the game. Who knows what it actually is. We're racing against some Benzes, some Porsches, some McLarens. You guys probably know all these cars. So we're just going to jump into it. No assists, 100% AI, medium aggression. Wanted to just see how this would go. We're starting in the back, P20. We're going to see how many places we can make up in 5 laps. And let me tell you, I have tried this a few times now, and you just never know what you're going to find here. As I get a track limits warning, that was one of the things with the Madness engine that I did not like, was the aggressive track limits. We are 3 wide. As we just so gingerly get through there in one piece. P16, going around the outside. Can I get the traction down? Looks like I'll be able to drag race him down to the corner. Another one's gonna leave the door open. I'll take that, thank you. Get the power down. And it's a drag race down here. AI not wanting to get into too much trouble. We get the position. We're P14, halfway through the first lap. Long Beach is a pretty tough track. I get reminded of that every time I come here, in any sim, in any car. As we almost get killed, and we almost kill the guy behind us. As we little kiss. I know where to go. Short shift to get the power down. It's a drag race. We're not in the tow. We may lose this position. Maybe not. We're pretty fast in a straight line. I think it's a McLaren F1. As we throw it into the corner, we do make it. Barely. But hey, barely counts. To make up some more ground. P12, we're moving pretty well through this field here, like a hot knife through butter. What's so cool about these cars, again, is the horsepower, the sequential gearbox. I always think is super cool. If I had a race car, I'd love to have a sequential gearbox. I think it'd be super cool. These cars are just horsepower monsters. I mean, who thought this was going to work, right? But you know, design cars are just going to be, you know, absolutely sent, as I absolutely send here, the last of the great, yeah, I don't know, is that how you say it? Last of the great late breakers? You know, if I was a commentator, I would never say that. That's a good way to get tongue-tied, as I do make up a position and almost send it into the wall. We're in 11th, coming up onto lap 3. Now, these cars are really fast down the Mulsanne. Kind of like the predecessors, the Group C prototypes. And of course, those are famous, as we're going to have a look. Hopefully we make the corner. We did lock up pretty big. That was pretty aggressive, but it's AI. So we are now P9, going in the top 10. Cars understeering a lot. But that's the thing about the nature of these cars, is the weight distribution is pretty good, but once you get that rear end rotating, you better have a pretty good, you know, sense of how it's rotating. The throttle kind of steers the rear end as a result of all that power back there, and no traction control, also no ABS. Makes these cars kind of hard to drive, and AMS2 does an okay job. I'm not going to go out and say it's amazing or anything, but it's not bad at conveying the feel of the raw horsepower through the wheel. As we come on down to the hairpin, and I'm trying to stall the car, it's that slow. get the power down. And these are the Mercedes, I'm pretty sure. So I think these are the same Mercedes that Mark Webber took flight in. If you haven't heard that story, look that up. Mark Webber flies a Mercedes. A lot of people don't know Mercedes was into the airplane business. Who knew? But I found out in on a racetrack in Le Mans in the 90s that actually Mercedes-Benz, they do make airplanes. Super crazy story too, which you know, kind of helped. I mean, it's a good thing Mark Webber was okay, but it's something that kind of contributed to the understanding of aerodynamics and lift in a much better sense. Which, you know, it takes these accidents to come up with, you know, with deepening our understanding sometimes, which is kind of interesting. We're sending it down the inside here. We've got the overspeed, and we're better on the brakes. AI, not too bad with these cars. Not the fastest, but they're fun. It's fun to do a last to first challenge like this. Don't know if we're gonna get all the way to first. We do make I got to say that was a pretty okay move there to get in position. We've got the toe. It's a drag race. The Nissan goes to the inside, and we're gonna. This is gonna get messy. Easy for us to make the corner and overtake 2 into turn 1 or into turn 2 here. I don't remember how they do it here. A lot of courses have a weird. If there's a little tiny kink, that's a turn. I don't know if this course is the same way. But, don't tell anybody I have damage off. What I love about Long Beach, as we lock up hard, just overdriving the car a little bit. What I love about Long Beach is it just seems to be made so much for these horsepower monsters. You know, these slow corners followed by long straights. It just seems so right. That's why I like when IndyCar comes here or IMSA comes here. I really like to watch the races, even though maybe in IMSA it's more of a procession nowadays with the prototypes around here. It's just hard to pass unless you're a lot faster than the guy ahead of you. And there we go. P6 from P20. Had some pretty good laps. Only minor issues this time compared to all the others. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of take a look at AMS2 and, you know, again, to drive one of my favorite cars from Gran Turismo 3. It was super overpowered in there. And now I get to drive it again in AMS2. And I gotta say, AMS2, maybe it's got a little bit more in the tank than I thought it did. Anyways, I'm going to pull it around and do a little outro. Let you guys hear the engine. Gotta go for the overtake. Anyways, that's all I had for you. I hope you enjoyed. These cars are really, really fun to drive. I would suggest highly that if you haven't checked out Long Beach on AMS2, give it a shot. It's a really, really good example of the track. I don't know if they laser scanned it or not, but pretty good version of the track. And yeah, check out those GT1 cars if you haven't already. It's a real physical experience to drive those even in the sim. So hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.